problems for metric. Right, guys, let us have a quick recap based on 3D problems. Number 1, remember your right angle triangle. Remember your right angle triangle, that you must not forget your soccer toe. There's no need to use a sine rule on a right angle triangle. Number 2, remember your sine rule also with your cosine rule. Okay, without forgetting the area rule. Right, grade 12. Your right angle triangle should be used if any of the angles have been shown as your right angle triangle. That is your right angle triangle, that is your right angle triangle. Now, what is the basic difference between a sine rule and a cosine rule, grade 12? The simplest one is that let's assume we have triangle 1 and triangle 2. On this triangle, I only have one angle, and on this triangle, I have two angles. Which rule am I going to be tempted to use on this triangle? If, let's say, maybe calculate the value of A, where we have been given these two other side. Okay? Obviously, I have only one angle, and the cosine rule, it simply says a squared equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2b cos A. Wara, I only have one angle on this rule. It means I'll be tempted to use a cosine rule. Come on, grade 12. Right, but on B, I've been given two angles. Wow, okay. And let's say again, they say find the value of A where we have been given 5. And you have your value of alpha and theta. Come on, guys. Remember that your sine rule, it simply says sine A over A equal to sine B over B. It means I need to have a minimum of two angles for sine rule, a minimum of one angle for cosine rule. Now, let us embark on the journey of area rule. Come on, guys. If you were to use the area rule to calculate your area, remember that the only time you use area rule is when you don't have a right angle triangle. And please, guys, we are forced to be a supporter of Kaiser Chiefs if we were to calculate an area rule. It's an area rule. We are forced to be a supporter of Kaiser Chiefs. Why we say so, guys? This is your first finger, your other finger, and your angle at the middle. It means this is your theta, this is your A, and this is your B. Once they say calculate the area, it means you must be a supporter of Kaiser Chiefs, right? Let us put this into practical. Let's say this is your A, B, and C. This is a small letter A, your small letter C, and your small letter B. What does the formula say? It says area equal to half A, there is a A, B, there is a B, sine what, guys? Sine C, and there is a C. This is Kaiser Chiefs. Please make sure that you don't forget that. Okay, now without saying all that, let us embark now on the journey of solving these problems. I hope you understand our basic diagram. Okay. Grade 12. Analyze your diagram first. Read the given statement and analyze your diagram. Okay. For question 7, it says AB is a vertical pole that is 5 root P meter long. AC and AD are two cables encoding both B and C and D in the same horizontal plane. PD is equal to 2P. Let me check for PD. Yes, 2p is shown in the diagram. ACD is equal to x, ACD is equal to x, and ADC is equal to 45 degrees. Okay. Everything is shown on the diagram. Let me go to my first question. Pause this video and try to do it on your own before we look at how I did it. Number 1. Determine the length of AD. Determine this is AD. This is your AD. Okay. Now, my AD is on triangle ADC. Triangle ABC, or it's on triangle ADB. Okay, guys, please check for your right angle triangle first. This is my right angle triangle. This is my right angle triangle. Okay, on my right angle triangle, what I'm noticing is that I have the value of P. I also have the value of pi root P. Guys, theorem of Pythagoras. Theorem of Pythagoras. Because this is a right angle triangle. It means r squared equal to x squared plus y squared. And my opposite side, which is opposite to 90, is your r, your hypotenuse side. It means I'm happy that my AD is my hypotenuse side. Square root of 2p squared plus root 5p squared. Okay, which is 4p squared plus 5p squared, which is 9p squared, and finally it's a root 9p squared, which is 3p. Yes, it's 3p. Okay, and please make sure that you substitute on your diagram so that you'll be able to find your answer. I hope you are happy with 7.1 with this lousy 2 marks. Okay, now let's look for 7.2. Show that the length of CD is equal to yonke le nto leya. Let us check for CD. Let us check for CD. Right, where's CD? There's CD, great one. There's CD, there's CD. CD is either it's on triangle C, B, D, or triangle C, A, D, E, B. What is funny about 3D problems, guys, is that they always lead you to the triangle that you use. It was not a coincidence that they said calculate the value of AD. It means they wanted to tell you that you will use this triangle. You will use this triangle. That's what they wanted to show you. Okay, now please guys, before you answer your question, check, because we have concluded that this is our unknown. Check for the opposite angle. Do you have the opposite angle? No. But wait a minute. We have the value of x. We have a value of 45 degrees. We can find the value of this angle, the dead angle, which is what? 180, which is the value of this angle will be 180 minus 45 minus x, which is 135 minus x. Now I have the opposite angle. I'm looking for the opposite side. I have to pay for the opposite side with the opposite angle. Yes, there is an opposite angle with an opposite side. What is our rule? We have a minimum of 2 angles. It means we can go for a sine rule. What is a sine rule? It says A over sine A equal to B over sine B. Your A2 unknown, which is CD over sine 135 minus x equal to, what is your B? It's 3p over sine x. Cross multiply. Your CD is equal to 3p times grade 12. This is your compound angle of sine. This is a compound angle of sine, which would say sine 135 cos x minus cos 135. Then cross multiply, it should be 3p. This is a double angle of sine, which would be sine 135 cos x minus cos 135 sine x all over, don't forget to bracket, all over sine x. Okay, now 135 is on the second quadrant and sine is positive on the second quadrant. And if I use 180 on my calculator, when I say 180 divided by, when I say 180 minus 135, 180, it should be 45. Minus 135, it should be 45. Which means I will have 3p sine 45 cos x minus. Now, your cos on the second quadrant is negative. It means I need that negative. And again, it will be cos 45 sine x all over sine x. Okay, we are about to finish the question. Okay, now, right to it. What does this tell us? It tells us that our 3p would be equal to sine 45 is root 2 over 2 cos x plus root 2 over 2 again sine x all over sine x. Let us check whether we are still answering the question. The question says our answer should be in terms of 3p sine x plus cos x all over root 2. It means we can take this root 2 as a denominator. Okay, over 2. Means you can multiply by root 2 over root 2, of which just root 2 over root 2. Okay, then our final answer now will be 3p. Remember that root 2 times root 2 will be 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Cos x plus sine x over root 2 sine x. Easy. Let us look for the last part, which is 7.3. It is further given that p is equal to 10. It means instead of p, I will put 5 times 10 and 2 times 10, which is 20. And then here it's 10 times 5. Okay. And x equals 101. Our x now is 110. X equals, calculate the area of ACD. Area of ACD. What you need to remember is that we need to support Kaiser Chiefs. We need to support Kaiser Chiefs, guys. We need to support Kaiser Chiefs. A, B, C. Okay, it means that is my finger, that is my angle, and that is my other side. Remember that I have the value of CD and also have the value of AD in terms of P. It means I need to find the value of CD first. 3 instead of P, I'll put 10. sine, instead of x, I'll put 110 all over root 2 sine 110. Okay, go to your calculator, substitute everything as it is. 3 times 10 times sine 110 plus cos 110 all over root 2 sine 110. It is 13,49. Is 13,49. Okay. Remember that we said AD is equal to 3P. It means it will be 3 times 10, which is 80. Conclude. The area will be half AB sine C. What is your A? It's 13,49. What is your B? It's 30. Therefore, your area will be half AB sine C. What is your A? It's 13,49. What is your B? It's 30 sine 45 degrees. Then go to your calculator again. Half sine, regenerated half 13,49 30 sine 45. It's 143,08. 143,08 degrees. Guys, I hope you understood that it's how it is done. To recap, remember your right angle triangle, remember your sine rule, your cosine rule, and your area rule. For your area rule, don't forget to support base achieves. Thank you so much, guys. It was Mr. Nduli on the other side. Don't forget that practice makes improvements. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and like and share. Thank you so much, guys.